Hey, you possum peeps. Today is Friday, March 22nd, 2024, and you're watching The Weekly Paw. Hi, my name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the editor-in-chief and co-publisher of Pet Lifestyles magazine. I'm back. Yes, it has been a brutal few weeks since we last spoke. Unfortunately, I had come down with COVID not once, but twice. Yeah, it's been really painful. So, while I'm testing negative every single day, the reality is that the muscular, the joint and skin pain that I feel is immense. And I just have this nagging fever that comes back every few days. It'll shoot all the way up to 103 and then just disappear. So, as you can tell, I'm still struggling a little bit for air. Because my lungs are still very swollen from having COVID. So bear with me a little bit today. We'll get through it, as there's a lot to discuss because we've been offline for the last few weeks. So do me one favor, though. If you haven't gotten the COVID booster, at least consider it. Because I can tell you, being as sick as I was, without the boosters, I would have been dog meat. So just please do me a favor, at least have a conversation with your doctor about it. Because believe it or not, COVID is still a very serious thing and it really is painful. And I wouldn't want anyone to have to endure what I did. So as I said, we've got a lot to get through today. Let's kick this off. Last night, I ended up at an event to celebrate the launch of Purina's new DentaLife teething chews product. You know, I gotta tell you, I love this product. The event was a blast. So much fun, so creative. I have to give a very special shout out to my new friend, Kristin Nill. She works at Golin in Dallas, and invited me. You know, she reached out to me to talk about Purina and DentaLife in this event. And I was like, yeah, why not? I'll go. Sure. And you know what? I'm so glad I did. The event was fun. It was creative. And it was an interesting way to launch a product. Certainly to engage the community. So the idea behind this event was using some of the most incredible puppy photos I've ever seen by PAWESOME award-winning photographer and photo book author, Randal Ford. The photos were there to illustrate the need for puppy chews while puppies are in their most vulnerable stage of oral care, teething. Now, bear in mind, these photos really are just pawesome. I mean, I walked in and saw the image that you're seeing on your screen. I walked in and saw that photo, and a tear came to my eye. Now, granted, I grew up with pugs, so that's obvious. But at the end of the day, every single photo in this exhibition was just stunning. So if you get a moment, and I honestly, these photos just speak to you in ways that I can't describe. So if you get a moment, hop onto the URL on your screen and head over to the Good Dog section. You will not believe just how beautiful these images are, let alone the kind of talent that Randal Ford has. And you all know how discerning I am as a marketer, and certainly when it comes to photography and art. So, brilliant, absolutely pawesome. Check that out. Now, let's talk turkey, or teething chew, if you will. Purina, brilliant company for this product. You know, I had a chance to speak with one of Purina's veterinarians, Dr. Kylie Harris, who was on hand to answer questions. Now, after reviewing all of the materials they provided me, my first question for Dr. Harris was what they hope to achieve with this product specifically, because it's designed for puppies at 3+ months old. So what happens when that puppy has their adult teeth grow in? Check out what Dr. Harris had to say.
Hey guys, my name is Dr. Kylie and I'm a veterinarian with Purina. Welcome to this space here that Purina is hosting, all in support of DentaLife. So DentaLife, it is a teething chew specifically for puppies. And when I say puppies, I'm talking about that really important period of time between 3 months up to a year. The reason why we want to focus on this time frame for puppies is because they love to chew. They need that mental engagement, that physical engagement, and we also need to get them started on a lifetime of health for oral care. What I love about these teething chews is that it's small enough for those little tiny puppy mouths. It will keep them activated and interested. It's super palatable. It has an increase of omega-3 fatty acids as well as calcium, which is going to support their development. So if we're talking about puppies and needing to help support them through that initial stage in life, look at these teething chews.
Just brilliant. Dr. Harris was a breath of fresh air, to say the very least. Such a smart, engaging, and brilliant woman, had a great conversation about different breed types and how that plays into the 3+ months time frame. Certainly the 20-pound threshold in terms of, look, these are made for puppies. And if you see how small they are, you can see that, okay, how small those chews are. If you're 20 pounds or more, that no longer becomes a chew. That becomes a snack or a treat. So it's a very different approach in terms of how Dr. Harris explained this to me. Absolutely great product. Amazingly talented veterinarian. The hope behind DentaLife is that pet parents will begin taking oral care seriously from day one. Look, brushing a dog's teeth is a pain in the ass on a good day, all right? But if you don't start getting into that habit when you first adopt or get the dog, it's going to be very hard to build that habit into your routine later. So by starting out with chews and certainly other things that have nodules on them to brush off the tartar off their teeth, it makes it a little more palatable to brush those teeth every week. Yes, you should be brushing your dog's teeth once a week. Now, throughout the event, Kristin and her team at Golin illustrated the need for teething chews through iconography and imagery like smiling dogs. Now, as you can also see on your screen, this photo is another example of what I mean, wherein the setup photo was with a smiling dog. The event was just so much fun, and it didn't end there. I ran into my packmates at Best Friends Animal Society's Life Saving Center in New York. They were on hand with a few adoptables that were just as precious could be. Now, I'm going to dive into this part of it a little later during the Furry Friday segment of the episode. All right. Now, we've talked about the event, the imagery, all of the things related to Purina DentaLife. I have to tell you that I've been to tens of thousands of events in my life, and I'm not kidding. This was perfect. It was subtle. The branding was spot on. It wasn't too much, and it wasn't too little. It was just right. And with Randal Ford there and his imagery, it just made everything work. Then all the way into, the way they approached the chew samples and everything else, it was just great. But at the end of every event, you always get a swag bag. So let's talk swag. So I got to tell you, I'm sorry, but Trader Joe's trendy bag that's been making headlines for the last few weeks has nothing on this. Just look at absolutely how beautiful this bag is, the quality of it, all of those things. It was really, I love this bag a lot. And at the end of the day, when you look at what's inside a swag bag, is very indicative of the mindset behind the people putting the event together. So in this particular swag bag, which thank you for the tote, I will be using it frequently, was the sample bag, a coupon for a free large bag of DentaLife dog treats or chews, a little note about, both sides, a little note about smiling is contagious, which I think is just so sweet. And then, of course, Randal Ford's book, Good Dog, which is from Rizzoli. Brilliant publisher. I gotta tell you, the brand included that free sample, and the coupon on top of it. Needless to say, you're going to be hearing a lot more about Purina, about DentaLife from me go forward, and much of that thanks to Kristin and her team at Golin. Speaking of products that need attention, check out this one. About a month ago, this woman named Carlli Garsow reached out to me personally to pitch a new brand she and her twin sister Britta had created called Clean Coats. It's a no-nonsense, clean, stunning approach to a dog's coat care. Now, we had exchanged a few emails, and a few days ago, samples of their shampoo and brush hit my doorstep. Now, I have to tell you, I've launched thousands of brands in my life, tens of thousands of products, that's for sure. And when I look at this, okay, I got to tell you, look how clean this bottle is from a design point of view. The packaging, such as the one the brush came in. Now, I haven't taken the brush out of the plastic yet because I am going to bathe Brie this weekend, and I'll report back next Friday as to how the shampoo performed. But I didn't want to take it out of the bag yet because I wasn't planning on using it. Now, I have to tell you, the packaging, the branding, everything about this follows through on the brand DNA of being clean, consistent, and very minimal. There are no olfactives in this, and as you can see on the back of the bottle, there's a lot of, we don't have this, we don't have that. It's a very smart brand. I love what these two are doing with this. I do believe it's an overall great approach. So, as I said, I'm bathing Brie on Friday, tomorrow, when there's 3 inches of rain coming down in New York City. I am going to give her a bath, and I'll report back next Friday. But when I look at Clean Coats as a brand overall, okay, even the postcard that was included in the sample pack is very nicely done. The handwritten note from Carlli, thank you very much, was very sweet. Love the sentiment. I got to tell you, I'm excited to see what this brand can do. So I'll report back next Friday and let you know how things work out. Overall, brilliant approach to a very pedestrian and necessary need in the pet space. Congratulations to Carlli and Britta. You know, folks, again, I'm sorry, I'm still struggling to pull some oxygen in, so at times I'm going to be a little winded, so you're going to have to bear with me. All right? Now, it's time to check on the Rahr. Yes, you may recall, Brie had the Rahr for a few months now, and she plays with it every single day. Check this out. Do you need to go outside, honey? So there is no discernible damage to the Rahr. Yes, I am still refusing to call this thing a ball. It's just too damn good to be called a ball. It's just got to be the Rahr. Now, bear in mind, for each Rahr that is purchased, one gets donated to a local animal shelter. So Rahr Dog is truly a smart, caring, and engaging company in the pet space. Check them out today. Speaking of which, it's time to talk about the Wana. No, I'm not talking about marijuana or Mary Jane. I'm referring to that brilliant stuff we've talked about a few times called Doggy Wana and Meowie Wana. Now, it's organic catnip for dogs and cats. And I got to tell you, folks, I am so happy to report that Brie still loves her Doggy Wana. And it really has helped her digestive health. It also appears that she is having more sound sleeps as well. So, if you get the chance, head over to the URL on your screen to learn more. This stuff really is pawesome, and I highly, yes, pun very much intended, recommend you check it out. Now, bear in mind, as a reminder, there is no CBD and there is no THC in frankly, Wana Nip, okay? So this is Doggy Wana Nip. The overall approach to this brand is fun. It really is a very well-designed, well-executed line. And Brie loves her Doggy Wana. So I recommend this product every day, every way. Now, before we get to the rest of the episode, let me just tease a little something here for you guys. You all know how much I love our official dog training partner, Kate Perry of Kate Perry Dog Training. Worked with her for almost 20 years now. One of the most brilliant, talented, and caring folks I've ever met in the pet space. Well, for the last few months, my wife Kylie and I have been helping Kate work on something that she is going to announce next month. And boy, this one's a doozy. Let me put it to you this way. It is her dream, and it's finally coming to fruition. And I am so proud of Kate and her team. I can't even begin to explain how cool this is going to be. So next month, we will help her announce this new endeavor. In the interim, head over to kateperrydogtraining.com and learn about why they do, what they do, how they do it, and sign up for their mailing list so you'll be one of the first to learn about the amazing development. All right, folks, welcome to this week's Furry Friday. This is the part of the episode when I get to talk about adoptables, and I get to talk about the shelter or rescue that they come from. Now, this week, we're going to talk about our friends at Best Friends Animal Society and their life-saving center in New York. I had mentioned earlier at the Purina DentaLife event that Best Friends was on hand with a few adoptables. Now, I personally saw one of those dogs get adopted, but check out these two.
Oh my God, you're a little mush. Spunky. Oh. And then who's this guy? Spunky.
This is Spunky. How old is Spunky? Aww.
Princess.
Well, they're so full of their time. Right now, she's super chill because she's had a big day. As they really start to get adopted tomorrow anyway.
Now, these two stinkingly adorable puppies I met last night at the Purina DentaLife event. Ironically, tomorrow, Saturday, March 23rd, is National Puppy Day. So I encourage you to visit any of the Best Friends Animal Society life-saving centers or their partner facilities across the country to find your new forever friend. So last night at the DentaLife, Smile Gallery, I met these two puppies, and I was talking with the new manager of the New York Life Saving Center. Could not have been more nice, could not have been more professional. She really was such a sweetheart. And as you saw in the video, Spunky and Princess are just adorbs. I'm not sure if they were adopted last night or not. Today, on Friday, March 22nd, the event opened up to the public so that more people could experience DentaLife and certainly Randal Ford's photography, those kinds of things. I'm hoping they were adopted, but just in case, I need you to head over to the URL on your screen and check out the adoptable section of the New York Life Saving Center. All right, so welcome to this week's TGIFurry. This is the part of the episode where I get to show you a couple of memes that I've collected throughout the week to hopefully end the episode on a smile or a laugh. And I am praying we've done just that. Folks, I have gotten your emails, I've gotten your text messages, and I've gotten your phone calls over the last few weeks. I want to close this episode out by saying thank you so much for the support and certainly the concern. Yes, it has been a brutal ride, but getting through it, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I will be fully recovered from COVID. In the meantime, what I would ask you to do, check out the March issue of Pet Lifestyles magazine, which we talked about the last time we spoke. Chef Jose Andres with Real Mesa and his new brand. Absolutely stunning. Magazine is beautiful. I encourage you to head over to petlifestylesmagazine.com to learn more. And then at the same time, our sister magazine, New York Lifestyles Magazine, closed their March issue with Mira Gandhi, who's a humanitarian, on the cover. So check that out at NewYorkLifestylesMagazine.com. All right, you pawesome peeps, I'm out of time. I will see you next Friday. Have a pawesome weekend, guys.